Hi friends! So, we are back today to do some more decluttering. Guess we're singing today. But this is something I've been wanting to do for a while. And as you've been seeing, I've been decluttering my makeup and we're just at the eyeshadow palettes today. But let's go ahead and get into it, which, let me just say, for somebody who really hardly wears eyeshadow, I have way too many palettes. And I understand, and you should understand, that YouTube is one of my jobs. It behooves me to review things. It behooves me, I don't know why I keep using that word, but I never want to be boring. Well, that is so false. I'm always boring. But like, I never want to get stuck in a rut with products I'm using, even though I do it all the time. So I often talk myself into keeping more than I use because it's like, oh, I can use that in a video, but I never, I don't want to be pushing things that I'm not actually using. So that's just kind of where my head's at, and that would be all over the place. But let's just start as usual by pulling out what I absolutely love, and that's like non-negotiable. Number one, oh, also my nails are terrible, but I promised myself in the new year that I wasn't gonna let my nails stop myself from filming videos just because I have this morphed thing in my head that I need to have perfect nails all the time. I'm human. I cleaned all day yesterday. I'm getting them done tomorrow. This is what they look like. So anyway, first and foremost, keeping my Jaclyn Hill palette, the Morphe Jaclyn Hill collab. This is absolutely dirty. It's absolutely loved. I love this thing so much. And I hardly ever reach for anything else, which is also why I wanted to do this, because it's ridiculous that I'm holding on to all these eyeshadows that could be used and loved by other people when I am just using this. This is incredible. This is amazing. Anything Jaclyn Hill releases from now on, I'm gonna frickin' buy because it just is the best eyeshadow I've ever used. And it's so affordable. In my decluttering videos, I've been leaving down below like my favorites, so what I keep. So I will do the same with this. I will have this link down below. You get this huge big palette for $38. You could do it at Ulta. You could use the $3 off 15 coupon. It's great. So definitely keeping that. And along the same lines, I just recently picked up, not even recently, but I still haven't tried this enough. This is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill Volt collection, but this one is the, right there, Bling Boss. I picked this up because I love purple shadows, and I recently decluttered some of my MAC single purple shadows because I just wasn't using them. But I love the Jaclyn Hill Morphe formula so much, and I loved these 3 shimmer shades that I decided to buy this palette, and it's gorge. It's not colors I wear very often, but this one all over the lid is incredible. So I'm going to keep playing around with that. I should also say I'm getting over a cold, so my voice sounds ridiculous, and that's what's up. Another absolute fave is my Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. This, I feel like I could live life and be fine with just this and my Jaclyn Hill palette. I love this palette. My favorite is this half, but I do use a few of these ones over here. I don't say I use all of the palette, but I just love this color. My favorite is obviously Luscious. Luscious, and the smell of it is incredible. It smells like peaches, and I love this. I love the shades Peaches and Cream and Nectar. Georgia, I just love this so much, so I'm definitely keeping my peach palette. And along the same lines, I have these 2 palettes, the Just Peachy Mattes, which I love, and the White Peach. I'm kind of going out of order now, but whatever. Which I'm kind of thinking I'm going to keep both because I love the peach formula. I don't know if you can see that. This actually arrived broken and I was lazy and didn't want to switch it out, so I just fixed it myself, which if you ever want to do that, you pile the eyeshadow back into the pan, douse it in rubbing alcohol, push it down with a paper towel and leave it to dry, and then it's fine. Doesn't look as pretty, but it works. I love my Just Peachy Nudes. I mean mattes. What is it called? My Just Peachy Mattes. I love matte shadows, so it's nice to pair with these as well, but also I just love these kinds of colors, so I'm definitely keeping that one. And I'm kind of on the fence about this one. I don't know why. I love a lot of these. I'm keeping this. I just need to like use it more, so okay, fine. Something else I know I love and I'm keeping, at least to use up till it's gone, is my Naked 2 Basics. I reach for this all the time. This is my favorite travel palette, which is funny because it's a little more warm toned or cool toned than warm toned, but they're both kind of cool toned. I think I am going to just toss my Naked Basics palette just because it's old, it's pretty overpicked. The main color I like is pretty much gone. So I think I'm going to just toss this. It's not in good enough condition to sell, and I'm going to just continue to use this up. Like I said, I take this everywhere with me when I travel. It's the best. I'm sorry if the mirror is blinding you, but I love these. I don't know if they still make these. I hope they do. If they do, I'll link it down below. Okay, so we got rid of 1. I didn't say, but my goal is to get rid of maybe 3, which I know that's not like a huge goal, but you guys, I've decluttered so many times. just shove over here. I've decluttered so many times that I'm just trying to dwindle down to the things I really, really love. So it gets hard to like keep getting rid of things. Next thing I absolutely love is my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. I love to bust this out in the fall and winter. I love these shades over here, like the burnt orange. It just kind of has everything you would need. I love these 3 top shades. I just think it's a really good matte palette for warmer tones, so definitely keeping that. This is a little Z palette of my Makeup Geek shadows. I did declutter some other ones, but these are the ones that I'm keeping. Some of my favorite ones are Peach Smoothie, that's my absolute favorite. I love Just Naked, Cosmopolitan, Glamorous. I love Makeup Geek eyeshadows, so I just have those in my little Cheetah Z palette, and those are pretty like neutral, everyday go-to shades. Naked 3 palette is my definite favorite Naked palette. I love the blush tones. I don't know if these mirrors are blinding you or not, but I love the blush tones, and again, I don't use the darker half really, I just use from here on, but I love this palette, so I'm keeping that. But I think that is it for like absolute must-have non-negotiables. So, let me see. This one I know I'm getting rid of. I actually decluttered this the last time I was like going through them, but I like got cold feet and I didn't declutter it, but I haven't touched it since. The only shade out of this that I love is this Molasses Chip one, and then the Satin Sheets is nice too, but I just feel like somebody else could use this more. Ooh, I do love my Urban Decay Gwen Stefani palette. Oh, I'm keeping this. I forgot I love this. This Steady shade right here is so amazing, but I'll just keep using this up till I use that shade up, and then I'll probably get rid of it, but I do like the more matte neutral shades, and then the shimmer shades are really pretty too. Pretty sure that's discontinued though, so sorry about that. The Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics. I always am torn with this. I mentioned this in like a products I wasn't thrilled with or like wasn't blown away by, mainly because I think all these shades, these 3 like blend out to look like the same thing, but I keep this palette for this burnt orange shade, this like gray blue shade, and this really pretty purple shade, which like I think I'm gonna keep it because I freaking love that shade so much. So like maybe I could depot them. I don't know, but like now looking at it, I just cannot get rid of it. So this, don't buy this. I wouldn't say spend your money on this. There's other things you could buy, but now that I have it, I do love a few shades, so I'm gonna keep it. Let's like spread out a little more. Alright, let's look at the Naked and Naked 2. They just recently discontinued the Naked palette, so I think I'm gonna have a hard time passing on it. But I think I am going to just toss my Naked 2. It's pretty old, it's pretty gross. I seem to really have liked this shade. It's nice, but like I think it's so similar to the Naked palette, and I definitely would prefer this one because it has the shade Naked. They both have Half Baked, which is great. I do like this lighter shade, but I have so many shades like that. So yeah, I'm gonna get rid of my Naked 2 and keep my Naked palette. Okay, so my memory card just got full and stopped recording, so I've had to restart, so I don't know where it cut off. But the last thing I was talking about was this Marc Jacobs. I didn't even say what it's called. This is the Fantasine palette, and I'm going to hold on to this and try this out some more. Well, I'm not even showing you, but yeah, holding on to this. And now we have 3 palettes left. I was telling myself I'm going to get rid of this palette, but I don't want to. I love this Melon and Tangerine shade. This has like a lot of good random matte colors that I really like, and I just want to keep using it, so I'm not going to get rid of it. Wow, disappointing. Now I'm definitely going to get rid of one of these because I don't need both. This is the original chocolate bar palette, and this is the semi-sweet chocolate palette, which I think this one came out second. I look at this palette and it does nothing for me. Like, I'm not excited to use that at all. So I'm going to pass on the chocolate bar palette, which is still really in good condition. And I'm going to keep, I have to have one chocolate palette because I love them. So I'm going to keep the semi-sweet chocolate palette. I love the peanut butter shade. I love the nougat shade. These 2 like lighter shades are great. The mousse shade is great. I love the caramel shade. So yeah, I'm gonna hold on to this. I've never touched that black shade, but it looks pretty good. But okay, I'm gonna hold on to that. Okay, here is all that I am keeping. It's still a lot. And here's what I'm getting rid of. Hey, I did go over 3 though, so that's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's not great, but I do love most of these, so I'm gonna keep using them, try to switch it up more so I can use more of them up. But let's go over to my office and I'll show you how I reorganized them. Okay, so here's how I've reorganized it in my drawer. This is like my eyeshadow palettes drawer. Now holds back up like eyeliner and mascara, because I really don't keep a lot of that on hand. You guys know I really don't use eyeliner. And then I have my extra brow products. I have a lot of the Benefit backups in there, so that's brows and eyeliner / mascara. And then I have my eyeshadow palettes, so I just line them up like this. I put like the tallest ones in the back, and then my Jaclyn Hill and my Lorac one, those were too big to fit here and they don't close, so those lay down. but I can still see them both, so it works great. So we have the smaller Jaclyn Hill, both my Naked palettes, Semi Sweet Chocolate palette, Peach palette, Shade and Light palette, my 2 other Peach palettes, Urban Decay Basics, and the Gwen Stefani one. And then I'm keeping my smaller palettes in this like drawer system. It's so dirty, I need to clean it. I'm still like reworking everything in my office, but I keep the smaller ones up here, the Naked 2 Basics, the Makeup Geek Shadows, and then the Marc Jacobs one, just in a drawer that fits right here on top of my vanity, because I don't know, these are more like everyday shades and that one's just too small to fit in the other thing. But okay guys, that is it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want more decluttering videos, I will link my playlist up in the corner. But yeah, I love you guys. I'll see you very soon and I hope you have a great day. Okay, bye. Here, we'll shut this. There we go.